This is Isaiah 29, verse 6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with a storm and tempest, and with fire, and the flame of devouring fire. Call halal Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing the work of sincerity and truth.
Japan is rushing to find and rescue survivors this morning after being hit by another natural disaster. That's the moment people on the island of Hokkaido were jolted from their beds by the second natural disaster to hit Japan in as many days. This time, a deadly 6.7 quake. It has killed at least 7 people. Here are some more recent images of the aftermath. Dozens of people are still unaccounted for. Power was knocked out right across the island, and between cracked roads and canceled flights, transportation in the region has been crippled. John Van Duzen is in Tokyo with the latest.
The focus right now really is on the search and rescue operation. 25,000 personnel have been mobilized to help out with that. And the pictures coming in really are just devastating. There's been heavy damage just across the island, a place that's bigger than the size of New Brunswick. You see hills that were once full of trees completely wiped away, and the trees smothering the houses below. This quake happened just after 3 a.m., so you can imagine people asleep at that time. One woman saying that when she got up from the earthquake, she tried to get to her door, but the ground just kept shaking. Another elderly man told Japanese media that he saw mud coming into his house, thinking that his whole house would be crushed. There's roads that have been buckled, water pipes that have burst, and major transportation disruptions. Trains are down. The island's major airport is shut down. At one point, hospitals were turning away patients from the emergency rooms because they're on backup supply. And there was also some concern about the island's only nuclear power plant. When the power went out, its backup generators kicked in, diesel backup generators. The plant itself has been offline since 2012 following the major tsunami and earthquake that resulted in a meltdown at the Fukushima nuclear power plant. Officials there say there's at least a 20-day supply of fuel, and they're not too worried about any fallout from that. But the focus right now really on that search and rescue effort, and evacuation centers have been set up, and several aftershocks are still happening across the island.
That's John Van Duzen in Tokyo today.
And as you can see, that's how the Lord's doing. This is... Dang. I'm not sure where it's at. All right, there you go. This is Matthew's 27, verse 50. And Yahweh Shai, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielding up the ghost. Because he had asked the Father to basically, he's like, this is Matthew's 27, verse 46. And about the 9th hour, Yahweh Shai cried with a loud voice, saying, Elias, Elias, Alam Saba Ethin Saba Chathian. My bad. Well, that is to say, the Most High, my power, why hast thou forsaken me? Some of them that stood there, they was, Yahweh Shai cried unto the Lord, basically. And then after that, he cried to the Lord. He was like, "Yo," and it was like he's calling unto Elias. Then they grabbed a sponge and filled it with vinegar, and fed it to him off a reed, And then verse 50, Yahweh Shai, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielding up the ghost, right? So this is how he passed away. Well, this is this is how. Yep, this is how he passed away. And behold, the veil of the temple was rent in twain from the top to the bottom. And the earth did quake, and the rocks rent, and the graves were open, and many bodies of the saints were slept arose, and came out the graves after his resurrection, and went into the holy city, and appeared unto many. Right? So that's basically how the Lord left. The earth quaked, the things trembled. Not trembled, but it shook, basically. Get Matthew 24. Start at 7. Well, look, I'll do this. Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Right? So there's a list of things, basically talking about the Lord, but I want to get to the point to where the earth, there's going to be earthquakes. Very elect. Alright, so I'm gonna just. Alright, cool. There you go, 24/7. And well, you know what? Since it's not that far, right, the end of the world. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for as many shall come in my name, saying, Hey, Salakia, I am Hamashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars and rumors of wars. See that. Stop. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. So as you can see, these earthquakes are getting more heavier, more dense, more intense. I was looking for the word detrimental. Just like real havoc. To where you starting to see like the brothers always talk about the contractions, like when a woman's going into birth, getting ready to have birth, she has contractions, to where as the baby gets closer, those contractions, those pains, they get closer and closer, and then boom, the baby pops out, and then comparing that to Yahweh Shai, these earthquakes are getting more intense. They're coming closer and closer. Well, when I say coming closer and closer, that these earthquakes are coming, they're being more intensified. They're happening more frequently. Letting us know that the Lord is coming back. So we're gonna get the Hebrew word earthquake real fast. It's our job to keep duty. You know, it's our job to watch out, watch as well as pray. You know, occupy till the Lord comes. Earthquake. Fire. Let's try this one. Kings. Ra'aish. The Hebrew word is Ra'aish. An earthquake, rattling, shaking, earthquake, quaking, trembling of person, shaking, quivering of dart. You know, and that's the Hebrew word for earthquake is Ra'aish or Ra'aisha. Ra'aisha, you know, Ra'aish. And you know, I just wanted to bring that quick, just inform the brothers that it was an earthquake out there in Japan. It was pretty detrimental. There was also a hurricane out there. It messed up a lot of people. You know, there was, it's like back to back, like in not in Houston, but like down south and shit. When they had they had all those hurricanes, shit was messed up down there and down south and shit. So, you know, call halal Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai is just letting us know that these signs, these contractions is getting closer. You know, more death is coming to America, to the world. You know, but the end is not yet come. So we're just waiting for it. Shalom.